Hello everyone, today it's time for a new video and we're going to do a tour of the van that I work with. So as most of you know, I do streetlight maintenance as well as a actual job, not only as a hobby. And I thought it might be interesting to show you guys the van. As you can see, I have a lot of bulbs and ballasts and stuff right here, so let's go over everything. Let's start right here. Here's a SOx unit that, not that we use these anymore, but something that I keep in here. I still have to bring this to the collection itself. Fluorescent bulbs, PLT is very common here, 42 watts, 32, 57 as well. Also a dead SOx bulb here. Here are some high pressure sodium bulbs. I think these are the 70 watts. These are 50, Santi, or it's the opposite. But yeah, we still use these quite often as well. Right here we have 150 watt and 100 watt high pressure sodium and one 250 watts. Also still quite common. Here we have the more special bulbs, CPO bulbs, which you also still see quite often because these are mostly in very new conventional lanterns, so these mostly survive replacement projects. CDM bulbs as well. Don't really see these too often, but they are mostly in spots in the city center and everything. Also, this is a very special tiny bulb. There's just one street in the city that I work that has these. As you can see, these are very tiny, very special bulbs. It's also really the only Osram bulb that we use. So right here I have some shovels and everything. Sometimes you have to remove damaged columns and everything. Some sand and stuff. Fluorescent tubes, 36 watts. Not that I use these too often, but still. Right here we have an Ultra, as you can see. Use this as a temporary lantern, because they are quite small and very handy to work with in my opinion. Here's some bucket truck stuff. This we use to test lanterns. Some more bucket truck stuff. Here's the toolbox, which is very messy, but it's been raining all day, so it's wet and everything. Not going over that in this video. This is where the old put the old lamps and a lot of drivers, as you can see. Yeah, the box itself is in a very bad shape as well. Here I have a draw wire and some spare cable, which comes in handy at times. This is just a box of some random tools and everything, just that I can grab them quickly. Some tape and fuses are in here as well. It's a bit of a mess. This is a box with 32 watt fluorescent circle line lamps that I still need to put in the collection itself. I keep forgetting it. Here we have some ballasts, a lot of LED drivers right here. These are fluorescent ballasts, which are still used quite common. These are older conventional ones, but sometimes it's just easier to stick a conventional one in there. These are used ballasts, by the way, but I've tested them all, they still work. These are some random ballasts, I think, like high pressure sodium 70 watt. I think this one is used as well. CDM, CPO, all kinds of different ballasts, and these are 100 watt high pressure sodium ballasts, and these are actually very common. That's why I have so many of them. This is another box with tools, mostly stuff to cut columns and everything. The more special tools are in here. That box is just more like a quick grab items that I can take to the columns and everything. These are the more special tools and everything. Right here are more units that I need to put in the collection. More tools in here as well. These are actually temporary lanterns and they're quite old. You might recognize them from a project that we are currently running. But they still work fine. You just kind of have to put on whenever a lantern gets damaged, they want light, so we have to put a temporary lantern on here. So yeah, it's quite fun to put old lanterns up there. There's also an LED one. 18 watt fluorescents and one TLS 20 watt. Not too common, depends on the city where I work. Yeah, and there are some spare doors for columns and everything, because those go missing quite often for some reason. There's some other stuff in here, like this to put up signs and everything. This is a box with old ballasts that I just saved from columns. These are mostly mercury vapor and SOx ballasts, which are for the collection as well, but it saved me some space to put it in here. So, high pressure sodium, 100 watts. As I said, these use these quite a lot. 70 watt as well, very common, but the ballast of the 100 watts tend to fill more often. And 50 watt, not too common, but still. These are some spare parts that I have, like these connectors right here. Comes in handy at times. Sockets, mostly PL. These break quite often, so comes in handy a lot of times. Starter holders. Some wire, spare wire, in case sometimes whenever you replace a ballast, wire is too short or something, so I can install a new one. PL 36 watt is also very common. Still use a few of these per day actually. There's also an LED retrofit in here, which it's not too common, but sometimes these fill already, so 24 watts, also something that I use on a daily basis. Starters, can't have enough of those. 18 watt fluorescents, 840 and 830. These are also some retrofitting bulbs from a project that I'm working on currently. Some tape in the back. Here are 55 watts, 11 watt PLS, which, I mean, it's the Netherlands, so you can expect those weird lamps here as well. A 18 watt PLC, which also there's one street that has these, so you kind of gotta have at least one of them. Fuse boxes, brand new ones. There's also a bucket with tools to mount cables under in the ground, so that it's waterproof and everything. And even if you're working with a bucket truck, you still need a ladder at times, so here it is. And that's actually basically all that there is to this van right here. So thanks a lot for watching. Let me know if you think that this is clean enough, or if I need to clean it more than I already tried cleaning it, but it just becomes a mess at work. And yeah, see you in the next video, and thanks a lot for watching.